What's going on, guys? Zeo here from the FallenRedZeo, bringing you some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle NECA figures from the Turtles in Time arcade game. So these turtles are designed with kind of like an 8-bit or 16-bit, I don't know the exact bit, but kind of designed so have the little details and textures you can see like on the Leonardo right on the shell. And again, these are based off the Turtles in Time arcade game, so I think the box is supposed to be kind of designed how the arcade game was, with the pictures on the side. So we have different points in time, like pirates, dinosaurs, looks like apocalyptic. So the turtles get sent back in time by Shredder, and then they just go through different time periods and fight different things. So in this wave we have the first part, so we don't have all the characters yet, but this is just the first part they've released. And then this we've got Leonardo and Donatello, which of course Donatello is my favorite turtle, so it's pretty cool to start out with him. And then we also get two villains, so we have Slash, which was one of the bosses in the game, and the Foot Soldiers, which are always the little characters you have to fight off. So very cool for this 4-pack here. Again, we don't have all the turtles yet, they've split this set in two, so we still have the two other turtles, Mikey and Raph, to come, and I assume we have a Shredder and probably another Foot Soldier to go. But this set does look really cool, and they're NECA figures, so we'll have to take them out of the box and kind of mess with them a little bit to get their joints all loosened up and everything. That's just the thing you have to do with NECA figures, but I'm excited to look at these. I think they look really cool. I like the whole bit design to them, and it just reminds me so much of that classic arcade look, and I just love that a lot. So I'm excited to get into these. I hope you are as well, and let's get into them. So first up we have Leonardo, because he's the leader of the Ninja Turtles. We have to do him first, and so of course it's just classic Leonardo, again with the bit design, but it has the cool design, so you can see it there on the shell, like on the cross section of the shell. A little bit of the details there around the belt and on the legs. You can see the different colors, from the neon green color of the plain turtles with the shadowing of the 8-bit and stuff there on the side. So if we pull up close, you can see a little bit of design, especially on the back, since it'd be shadows and stuff, so you'd see them from the side with the light shining from this way. You can see the shading and stuff that you get with the 18-bit designs, little squares and stuff. So it's there on the back of his head, all the way down the back on his arms, the legs, even on the shell you can see some in the designs there. So we have the tan color with a little bit darker tan there around the inside, on the belt there with the lighter, almost like peach color squares, and then the brown belt of the actual colors. Sheaths there on the back for the sword. Of course the belt goes around to the front with the L on the front for Leonardo. And then of course it's Leonardo, so he has the blue band so around his head, elbows, wrist, and knees, so that's very cool there. And so for movements though, for the turtles here, so his head can twist side to side. Oh, I like the classic turtle look where their face is down but their teeth are showing off to the side, so that's pretty cool there with the eyes and everything. But his head can twist all the way around, goes 360 there, and then there is a neck joint there too, so it also has a rocker there, so a little bit of a combination together gets you to look down and look up, so pretty cool for that. And so these are NECA figures, so we had to take and heat them up with a blow dryer and stuff just to be able to get their joints. They're still stiff in some sections, so I may not be able to get full movements, but the shoulders do come up about 90 degrees, and then we have the bicep twists right there with the single elbow joint, so it flexes back and forth about 90 degrees there, but it has the twist in it as well. And then to the wrist we have the 360 movement, and then for Leonardo, his hand rocks back and forth. No ab articulation or anything, but he does have a bend right at I guess you'd say the waist or something right at the hip, so he could bend forward and stuff a little bit. It's mostly just the leg movements. And speaking of, so we go to the hips, and the legs can come out 90 degrees there, Leo, straight out, and then we can even go out to the side. He can go completely full out to be able to do the splits if his legs are loosened up, but yeah, he can do the splits. He does have also a thigh twist in there, and that goes down to the double knee joint, so it has the double bend there. It doesn't really come up too far, and then the feet are just on a little ball peg, so they just kind of twist all the way around, so it can go 360, and then just have a little bit of rocking there to be able to get him to stand up. So pretty cool overall for that, but of course he comes with a lot of accessories. So first off, we have some additional hands. So we have two little pointing hands, I guess you'd say. They only have 3 fingers, so it's kind of hard to tell. He could be doing a middle finger for all we know, but I assume they're just a pointing hand. Then with it being Leonardo, we have to have his katana, so we get the 2 katana swords. Very cool. We can stick in his hand, which we will do, but you can also take them around and stick them into the back. We'll see if we can slide them in. Sometimes they're hard to do, so they were hard to get into the back. I couldn't even get them into the sheath. It almost feel like the swords were actually going to cut him open or anything, but easy to get into his hand, just slid right in, so pretty cool. And finally, since it is the Turtles in Time, they do come with the hoverboards as well, so pretty cool. Of course, have the foot pegs, so you just pop the foot right onto it, so just like that, now they're flying to be able to fight with all the foot ninjas and everything that are also on hoverboards in the futuristic parts, so that's pretty cool there. And that's really all there is for Leonardo. Then we've got Donatello, again my favorite turtle, and we won't go through all the same stuff because it's obviously the exact same turtle, just with the purple on it instead of the blue. And of course he has the D there on his belt and everything, same exact design though, so nothing too much different there. He does have the purple headband, elbows, wrist, and knee pads on it, so very cool for that to add the color. So that's one thing I always like about Donatello, because I like purple, and so that's one reason why he was always my favorite turtle. But still very cool looking turtle. He doesn't have the same smile, so he just has just a normal smile, no teeth gritting or buried. But other than that, he's the exact same turtle, exact same joints, so that's with all these turtles. They've designed them exactly the same, so we're not going to go through the stuff again because he's literally the exact same turtle, so there's no need to. But if you flip around here on the back though, we do see the belt has the hole for the bow staff and stuff, which we'll see in a second. But very cool overall. For the Donatello, I just love the purple color they chose with the neon green. Just looks cool. For accessories though, he has some hands, so he has just 2 flat hands, so he could just do like, you know, high fives or just like karate chops. I don't know, whatever you want to do with flat hands. And with Donatello, we got to have his bow staff, one of my other reasons why I love Donatello. And it does split apart, so we'll go ahead and stick into his hands, but it does split apart too, so you can get it into the holder back here. I know a lot of turtle figures nowadays are doing this, like more higher end ones, so you can just slide it through and then pop this back in just like that, so it sticks into the back. So that's pretty cool. So there we got Donatello with the bow staff in his hand, and again, because of the split of the bow staff, makes it so much easier to get it into his hands. And I also did want to point out the only other difference on Donatello is that his hands actually have the joint that like flex up and down instead of the side to side like Leonardo has. But of course with Donatello, we also have to have his hoverboard. And I forgot to mention on Leonardo's that his had the blue on the inside where this one has the purple, so it's also got that to color differentiate the turtle. So let's go and pop him on. So there's Donatello on his hoverboard now. I love these hoverboards that you can actually put them on and their display stands and stuff, so very cool for that overall for the Donatello. So next up we have Slash, and he was a villain of the prehistoric stage of the game that was added into the Super NES version, and in main games he's considered to be the hardest boss to beat, and so it's always pretty cool then for Slash. But as you can see, he looks just like a Ninja Turtle, looks pretty much similar to Donatello, just in like a corrupted evil version. And in a lot of stories, at least in the TV shows, it's usually always a pet that comes in contact with a mutagen and ends up turning it into an evil turtle, so that's what we see here. And again, looks very similar to Donatello and everything. Of course, some differences though is the color, so he's like a teal color, almost like a weird color of green. Has of course a lot of darker splash, darker purple bands and stuff, and has the spikes everywhere, which is pretty cool. Of course, his teeth, he has the big like smile there with the big teeth and everything. He has almost like a real dark blue headband on, so kind of like Leonardo in there too. And on his belt, he has what looks to be a backwards S, has some skulls there, and then like ninja stars and stuff. And then he has the spikes, which is another fun thing about this. So when you're messing around with it, you have to worry about like poking the spikes, and he has spikes there on his knee pads. And if we switch around on his shoulders, he has some like extra pad, looks like pieces of wood or something, but his shell looks awesome. So if we go around here, you can see the spikes all down the center of it, all around the side and everything, and then some more pockets and stuff there on his belt as well. Just looks super cool. I love the spikes. Looks like you have a little paint issue there, but just looks super cool on that shell. It just looks awesome. But for movements wise, he's going to be the exact same as the other 2 turtles, so we won't look at him. But again, he has some stiff joints, but still very cool looking overall. I really love the look at him. He's got spikes on his toes as well. I forgot to point that out. But he comes with some accessories, no additional hands or anything, but he does have a grenade, so it's white on the front and then gray on the sides. I don't know if it'd fit into his hands. His hands don't look like they're open far enough, but you can always just take it and slide the handle there onto his belt, so it's there attached to his belt now. But then Slash does come with his weapon that he always has, which is his crisp, like I think it's like an Indonesian sword or something, but it's got this weird cut angle and everything. Very cool. That will stick into his hand. So there we got that in his hand. It looks super cool. It just adds that effect with the extra weapon and stuff. So he doesn't come with a hoverboard or anything since he's a boss, and from the prehistoric stage he doesn't have the hoverboard. So that's really all he comes with, no additional hands, but still looks very cool overall for Slash. And our last figure is the foot soldier in like his classic outfit of the purple and black uniform. Looks pretty cool overall. This is like actually one of the favorite characters from this set for me. I don't know why, I just like the way it looks, and of course the whole 8-bit design just looks really cool. You can see it there on like his chest piece, but he's got the purple chest piece on that goes up to the hood that covers the face and has the purple eyes, then like the black tunic on underneath, purple belt, some gray padding there on his forearms, and then purple legs once again down to the black and gray boot, kind of like all the bandage feet or whatever. So I don't know what you call that, but very cool looking overall. But since this is a different character, we can see some of his movements. So he's got pretty good movements in his head, so the head can twist all the way around, and there's a joint right in the neck here, so it allows it to look really far down, and up's about the same. It's just kind of in neutral position, but it can look down really good, so that's pretty cool. And it can twist around a little bit in there too. Then we go over to the shoulder. Shoulder once again comes out 90 degrees and can rotate within like the shoulder paddings there, but then it has the bicep twist and the double elbow joint, so it's a little bit different than the turtles, and then the wrist twists all the way around and can flex back and forth. He does have a twist right at the waist, so right there at the split of the purple you can see, so twist right there can go all the way around. Then we go to the thigh, so the legs can come up 90 degrees and out to the side, thigh twist going on up in there, and then a double knee joint that allows it to fold up pretty far. Then he's got a shin twist right there at the top of the boot, and then we go down to the feet that are on the joint that can allow like the turtles to twist just all the way around, go up to the sides a little bit, can twist all the way around. And then they also have additional toe joints there on the front, so the joints that allow the toes to bend up, so you can get a little bit additional posing there with that. So the foot soldier overall is pretty cool. It has really good joints and movement. For the accessories though, he does have 2 additional grip hands since there are fists on there, so you have grip hands so you can hold some weapons. And then speaking of the weapons, first off we get the ray gun, so kind of like a classic foot soldier weapon of the ray gun there, has the big like thing there on the front to shoot the rays out. Double-handed gun there, so we could put that in his hand. So there we go, we got the foot soldier there holding the ray gun. Looks pretty cool. I like how you can get him to pose around to be able to actually like hold the gun pretty well and everything, so that looks cool. cool. But then he also comes with a sword as well, so you can put that in his hand. So there he has the sword as well. Now fight more hand to hand instead of shooting ray guns. But with this foot soldier, it's also cool. He does also come with the hoverboard, so that's pretty cool. It has a little bit different designs there around the back and stuff, more filled out. And then even has the Foot Clan logo there on the top. So we'll go ahead and stick him on the hoverboard. So there's the foot soldier hovering up on the hoverboard. So very cool overall. Again, these figures are pretty dang cool. So that's gonna be it for part 1 of this NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Turtles in Time video game characters, where we got Leonardo and Donatello from the Turtles, and then we got the villain Slash and a foot soldier. So very cool. I really like these figures. I think they'd maybe be a little bit better without the 8-bit design, but obviously that's a part of this whole thing, making them from the arcade game. But I still think overall they're super cool. I love them with their hoverboards, the weapons, everything just is very cool about these. I just wish with NECA they'd be a little bit easier to move. So let me know your opinions in the comments down below. Let me know if you got these turtles or not. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this review, and of course hit that subscribe button to see more action figure videos. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, stay awesome, and I will see you next time.